The following presentation was created as a sample of an information literacy presentation an instructor could use to introduce the topic of information literacy to their students. A sample assignment was also created to provide the students with the opportunity to apply the skills demonstrated in the presentation. As an introductory lesson to information literacy, our group felt it was important to ensure the student is successful and finds relevant results and gains practice evaluating them and thinking critically about them in a controlled environment. As an introductory course, to start off with how to evaluate all web searches will be a large task and involves a lot more critical thinking and analysis. By limiting the exercise and assignment to library resources, you are setting the student up for success and practice within a smaller, more controlled environment. To scaffold on this topic, you would then branch out and take it further by then using the same evaluation criteria for website searching and online searching. This is a basic presentation meant to introduce them to the ideas and concepts of what is information literacy and what is involved in evaluating sources. As stated by the American Library Association in its Information Literacy Competency Standards Report, to obtain the information they seek for their investigations, individuals have many options. One is to utilize an information retrieval system, such as may be found in a library or in databases accessible by computer from any location. This guided us in developing this lesson and gearing the focus to library resources. Welcome, class. Today, we will be discussing information literacy. You may be wondering what information literacy is. Information literacy is defined by the Association of College and Research Libraries, ACRL, as a set of abilities requiring individuals to recognize when information is needed and have the ability to locate, evaluate, and use effectively the needed information. The ACRL has created a set of standards to be used to educate students on information literacy skills. Information literacy is the foundation for lifelong learning. The skills acquired can be applied to all disciplines, all levels of education, in work environments, and when seeking out information for personal use as well. It encourages and equips the individual with the ability to have control over their individual learning. Not only is it important, and you will be required to use only reliable and credible sources when you are at this school, the skills will also be useful for you when you leave and enter the workforce. These are transferable skills and are extremely useful for the individual, as you try to sort through all of the information that you receive throughout the day. These skills provide you with the ability to critically evaluate the information you receive from various sources and outlets. This could be information that you're emailed, you see in social media, videos you view, TV, radio, news reports. Every day you are confronted with new information, and it is difficult to determine what is actually credible and reliable. As well, when finding employment and maintaining a career, you will be presented with many situations where you have to evaluate and filter information to ensure you are successful in your career. Information literacy skills provide you with the skills and abilities to successfully filter and analyze information and its sources. Also noted is that Forbes magazine reported in the article the 10 skills employers most want in 2015 graduates, that employers are looking for employees who are able to obtain and process information. Now let's take a couple of minutes to talk about how you search for information now. Please just say out loud some search engines you currently use. Google, Yahoo, Bing, Wikipedia, Ask.com. Right. And where are some other places that you receive information on a daily basis? Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, news feeds, Google, TV, radio, live streaming, podcasts, and these are just a few. And how useful are the results when you search these sources? Good okay, could be better. In a lot of these search engines, you can usually type in your topic or the question you are asking, and you will find thousands, if not millions, of results. Let's try an example. If I were to ask Google, what is more popular, iPhone or Samsung? I find 19,900,000 results in 0.82 seconds. But of these results, how can we tell which ones are actually relevant? When I try this search in Google Scholar, I enter iPhone versus Samsung, I receive 12,000 results. This is significantly different than Google. And now, when you have your results and you are looking through them to find out which ones you are going to look at or use, how can you tell which one is the most useful and credible? Is there anything you look at to help you decide if this is good, or do you simply read it and trust that it is good information? I have a look at the date, look at the name of the page, look to see if it is filled with ads, and if so, I don't want to use it and we'll move on. Or is there a pop-up and then it takes me off on a totally different path? One useful way to remember how to evaluate results and sources that we will look at closer is using the CRAP test. This includes currency, reliability or relevance, authority, and purpose or point of view. Let's take a closer look. CRAP stands for the following, and these are some really useful questions to ask yourself when you're looking at information and trying to decide how useful or credible it is. Currency. Depending on what you are searching, though you may want an older source if you are researching the history of a topic or a historical event. If you're looking for information on a current topic, though, you want to make sure your source is current. For assignments, instructors will often state how current the sources you use have to be. Reliability or relevance. How reliable is the information in terms of who published it or wrote it? Was it peer-reviewed, meaning reviewed by experts in the field to ensure it was credible and reliable? Are references provided in regards to where they obtained their information from? Does it relate to the topic you are searching? Authority. Who wrote the information? Are they an expert in the field? What credentials do they have? Do they have a bias based on who they work for or represent? Purpose or point of view. Is the information biased? Does it present all the information or just one side? What is the intent behind the article or information? Are they trying to sell or advertise or promote a certain product or service? When evaluating online sources, it is a good idea to remember the CRAP test and some other questions and pieces to evaluate when you are reviewing the website are: look at the author and if the page is signed. Is there a sponsor for the information? Any advertisements? A bias? When was it updated? Another good idea is to always look at the About Us page to find out more about the author and or sponsor of the page. While you are attending this university, you will have access to databases through the library. These databases will allow you to search, limit, and refine your topic to find scholarly articles written on your topic. While searching, you are able to limit to search only scholarly peer-reviewed articles. You can limit to news articles, books, etc. You are also able to set a date range so that you can ensure any assignment requirements given to you by your professor you can follow. These databases will provide you access to articles you may otherwise be charged for if you were just searching the internet. So, it is a good idea while you are here studying to use these databases, and they will save you time in finding research for your assignments. The library staff are also able to help you determine which database is the best for you to use. Even when looking at database research articles, you still need to think critically and use CRAP to determine whether or not the information you find is useful for your assignment. On the screen is the evaluation criteria we will use for this in-class activity. On the page in front of you, the evaluation criteria is listed as well as 2 screenshots of the articles you will use to review whether or not they would be useful for your assignment. This is just an example to give you a chance to practice some of the ideas and concepts we have looked at. Have a look at each result, look at the evaluation criteria, and check yes or no for whether or not you would use that article for your assignment. We will search for the 2 results together and choose the ones from our list that we will evaluate. I will then give you a few minutes to work on that, and we will review this together. As an introduction to other topics and types of searching we will be exploring in future sessions, one that we will be spending time on is how to search Google effectively. Once you leave the university and are searching for information on your own, there are some tricks to how to search Google effectively. There is the Google Advanced Search, which allows you to be more specific with the type of information you are looking for. Here you are able to search by exact words, limit by language, range, where you want the words to appear, in the body of the text, title page, URL, etc. This is just the beginning. While you are here at the university, you will need to ensure you are using credible sources. And as mentioned earlier in the presentation, these skills and the ability to find useful, reliable, and credible information will help you in your career as well. We will now have a look at part 2 of your assignment in more detail, and you will spend the remainder of today working on it.